Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. So we have a bit of clarity here. I highlighted to you in the last video another long entry point, more for the risk takers because it implied or included here an extension to the upside, but you can see we touched this support area for the fourth wave and are now rallying probably in this fifth wave. Let me just tidy up the chart because that means we are not ready yet for the B wave. Did highlight to you in the previous video, I would not be positioned on the short side here. I would not try to trade this B wave to the, to the downside short, because obviously we had two scenarios in the last video, and then knowing that, you need to make your decisions accordingly. Yeah, knowing two scenarios enables you to come up with your tactics and strategy. Now, if you are above a long trade scenario, don't really go short because you are just above a support area. So you're shorting directly into support, not necessarily a good idea. But yeah, highlighted to you that obviously in the first scenario, this wave A could have been finished. And the idea was we could possibly come down in the B wave. So we need to be ready that possibly this wave to the upside that worked out really nicely was finished. But at the time of the last video, we had no confirmation it was. It was technically possible, but there was no confirmation the move down had started. In fact, I highlighted to you that in one scenario, we could even add an extension to the fifth wave, which is playing out now. And I gave you another entry point, set more for the risk takers, because this move up, technically you had a 5-wave move up complete, but you can also read it in a way that we get an extension to the upside, which we are getting. So therefore further upside, and eventually, as you know, we did expect and do expect further upside in this fourth wave anyway. So yeah, trading, first of all, trying to trade a B wave is difficult. So that would be the first reason that would make me consider not to go short, because trading a B wave on the short side means you are trading against the higher level trend, which is up, because the wave 4 is an ABC structure, yeah, which is again correcting the even higher level trend, which is down, but within a trend of an ABC structure, the B wave is correcting the A wave, and you're working against the trend. Yeah, the A wave is showing here the trend and the C wave as well, whereas the B wave is just a corrective wave. So trading in an overall uptrend against the trend isn't good, especially if you have a scenario where an immediate further upside potential is there. Okay, so this is now working out to the upside, and as I think I gave you a target here of 315, maybe even higher, but 315 would be the next one I'm looking at. Let me see if I need to take out. So first of all, I'm going to take out the yellow support area. This would be the next entry point, but we're not there yet. Oops. So yeah, so if we consider, okay, and by the way, these were 3 great entry points that we had here, yeah. And we call it the low. So this is working out. Doesn't always work out like that. I want to be honest with you. Yeah, some people watch these, and I've had some really good comments of you guys, but note that patterns like this and a structure like this will work and can be traded, but at some point it will break. At some point it will break, and we're getting closer to that point now that we are in a fifth wave. So the idea is this was wave 1, this was wave 2, the wave 3 peaked here, yeah, but we had an extension in this third wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I will do, I will hide some of these sub waves. We don't need them anymore. Hide, and I want to take some of the dotted lines, hide them as well. There were the targets that we reached, and I'm going to hide those as well. Can always bring them back if we need to, but it could be that in this fifth wave fifth wave of the A wave, we've now reached a state where we possibly completed here a 1-2 setup in maybe a leading diagonal. This is now a third wave, so it can still push a little higher, yeah. And now that we have a confirmed low for the fourth, we can also establish in a little bit more detail the target for the fifth wave. How do we do that? First of all, we can measure the length 1 to 3, go to the low of the fourth, and then, okay, so based on this measurement, we get a target. First of all, first target would be this one. Now, this doesn't look finished at all, yeah, 38.2 fib level. I think we'd rather look here at the 3. Oh, 1 second. I need to, no, that's, let me just double check that. Way of measuring this target. Yeah, no, 1 to 3. Yeah, that's fine. So 313 would be the first target based on this measurement. That's relevant, yeah, because I don't think the other one is finished. So can still push higher to 313. And then an extension target would be even 341. But that would be nearly, for me, too high. Maybe the absolute maximum it should really do. There's one more way of calculating targets, which is we go to the high of the wave 1. And just look at the length of the wave 1 and compare that to the length of the 5th. And then we get a target here. Yeah, the 1.618 extension at 315. Which is very close to 312 anyway. And the 1-to-1 ratio would be 296. I mean, it just doesn't look finished like a 5th wave yet. Yeah. So I think we are still going to see a bit more upside. At least that's how it looks like. If we now break below the wave 4 low at 266, that's the drop that would be needed to confirm the top is in at this stage. But for now, it's pushing higher. The trend is up. And it looks like we're going to get to the targets up there. Be aware that the very first target here would be, based on this way of measuring, 296.6. So we are basically there now. I'm going to add that as a dotted line as well, but it would surprise me if we stop there now, the way we are rallying. And so far, yeah, I mean, this wave 4 to the, this wave 4 to the upside is working out. And just to remind you, this was obviously just the wave A target that we're looking at. And the wave 4 consists of A, B, C. So I'd be looking at some point at this deeper wave B retracement, ideally. And let's just look at the wave 4 targets again, because we got a lot of new viewers. If we measure the retracement of the 3rd wave to the downside, and I'm going to add now the wave 4 retracements. So this is what we would expect for the wave 4. Between 320 and 447. Now, the way this is going looks like the wave A might even reach here the 320 level, yeah? So in that region, I gave you the more specific targets anyway. So that the overall wave 4 will reach that area and then get rejected, I think that's a bit too low. I think we need to look at higher. An ideal target for a 4th wave is always the 38.2 retracement. We talk here about 390. 391. That would be at the moment my preference. Can always go to 447 as well, but at the moment I'd be aiming for 390, 391 for this wave 4 target. First of all, the wave A needs to be finished. We have no indication the wave A is finished. Then we should get at some point a B wave down, and the C wave rally could eventually put the top in place for the 4th wave. If we eventually get above 447, we have to assume that this larger wave 2 was already finished down there, and that we're already moving up in an impulse instead of a corrective ABC pattern. But it's a bit too early to talk about that. Primary expectation, looking at the bigger picture, would still be that we get one more low afterwards. But we have to be open to the idea that we're already rallying in an impulse to the upside. And that's the advantage, because we had down here a great entry point. And we said either way, either in the wave 4 you expect upside, or in the actual next bull run. But it's a bit too early to really confirm that one. But above 447 we would have some clarity. Okay, that's my update about Natgas. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.